Hey guys, and welcome back to the vlog. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a little rant kind of about like a guide to happiness, I guess you could say. I'm coming at you guys from my mother's truck because I have a bird and my bird will not stop screaming, and you can still hear her from my bedroom, and I don't want bird screeching in the back of my video because that is obnoxious and I can't even handle it, and I don't want you guys to have to listen to that because it's so annoying. So I'm just going to film from my mom's truck because it's the only quiet place, and outside it's kind of windy and I don't really want the wind in my video, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the truck. I'm not driving it. I'm just sitting in it. It's not even on. So let's get started with the video. I have some notes on my phone about this rant just so I could kind of stay on track and kind of know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first thing I have to say about this is to not care about others' opinions. So I know especially in high school, it's really hard when people have opinions of you or you hear gossip about yourself and you hear all this stuff, and it's hard to like not let that get to you. But the things you have to think about are like people are always going to talk and people are always going to have opinions, but you still need to keep going and not get broken down by that, because honestly, who cares what other people think? And if you don't care and you don't let it get to you, you're going to be so much happier in life and not worrying about what everybody else thinks. So something that goes along with this is kind of clothing. If you're wearing something and somebody doesn't like it, who cares? Like, don't stop wearing it just because someone doesn't like it. If you like it, wear it. Who cares? This is something with me. Like, I have high arches in my feet, so I have to wear like pretty ugly sneakers, and some people say stuff about it, but I want to be able to walk when I'm 40, so like I have to wear the sneakers, and I don't really care. It's whatever. If you don't like my sneakers, I don't care. Personally, I don't really like them either, but it's how it has to be. That's just the biggest thing. Like, I used to care kind of a lot about people's thought, but once I just was like, I don't care, then life became a lot better, because honestly, I don't care what anybody else does, so why should I care what they think of what I do? I don't care. So another thing is focusing on yourself and setting goals for yourself. So one of the things is, I know in high school it's really pressuring to have a relationship or have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I personally don't have one. A lot of people do. I don't. But one of the biggest things is just to like focus on yourself and to not worry so much about like having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and to set goals for yourself and make yourself better. Like, let's say you're in high school and you want to do better at school, so you can set goals for yourself like, oh, I want to get an 80 or above on this test, or I want to finish the year with A's or something like that. Just set little goals and keep reaching them, and eventually you're going to make yourself a lot better. Or something you can set is like, if you're trying to be an overall nicer person, you could try and like set goals like give someone at least a compliment a day or something like that, and that's going to make other people feel good as well as making yourself feel better. So another thing you can set goals about, especially in high school, is like if you're on a sports team. So I just started playing volleyball this past summer, and my goal for myself was to make a volleyball team, and I made the freshman volleyball team, which is the lowest team they have, but that was my first year of high school and I can only go higher from here. So my goal for sophomore year is to make the JV volleyball team, and then my goal for junior year will be to make varsity. So you can do something like that with any sport, or your goal could be like, say you play volleyball, that's a sport I play, so that's something that I can speak about easily. Like, your goal is to get your overhand serve, or your goal is to get however many kills per game, or your goal is to be a better teammate, something like that. Just goals that will make yourself better in whatever you do. Another big thing about being happy is that it's a really big thing to be on your phones all the time and to be on social media all the time, but social media really wears you down as a person, whether you notice it or not. So a big thing for me was like the amount of girls that post bikini pictures all the time, and like seeing their bodies and then degrading myself, being like, oh, like why don't I look like that, or why aren't I as skinny as her, or why can't like I be doing that, or I be as pretty as that, or my hair be as long as that. So one of the biggest things is to, if you notice yourself degrading yourself off of people see you on social media, is to unfollow those accounts. I know it's hard, like, because you might want to keep up with this person on social media, but if they're tearing yourself down, then you want to unfollow them. So something I did was I went through all those types of people and I just like unfollowed them, and I don't see those posts anymore, and so now the confidence isn't coming off of me from seeing that, and then you can focus more on yourself than wondering why you don't look like this person. That's another big thing about being happy, is like having self-confidence and not comparing yourself to other people, because the more you compare yourself to other people, the more you're not going to have confidence in yourself. And self-confidence is such a big thing, because if you're not confident, you like kind of can't do anything without being confident, whether it's confidence in your body or whether it's confidence in like your mental ability or something like that. Like, if you're not confident for a test that you're about to take, you're gonna fail it if you're worrying about it and you think that you can't take it. The more you say that you can't do something, the more you're going to make yourself think that you can't do it, and then you're not gonna be able to do it. So if you're gonna go, and I used to be a cheerleader, so if I would stand there and when I was first getting my back handspring, if I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do my back handspring, I'm never gonna be able to get this, I'm never gonna be able to do anything, and you keep telling yourself that, you're not gonna be able to do it. But when you keep yourself positive and keep saying like, oh, I can do this, I'm gonna get it, like, then you're gonna be able to do it, because like putting positive things into your mind is so so important. So the more you stay positive, the happier you're gonna be. So if you're just like, let's say you fail a test. It happens to all of us, especially in high school, freshman year, basically any year you're in, you're probably going to fail tests. But if you fail a test and then you're like, well, I failed one, I can only go up from here now. And you just keep like getting positive, like next time I could study more, or I can make sure that I'm paying attention, or I could take better notes, or I could ask my teacher for help if I'm confused. And if you have a positive outlook on failing a test, then you're going to do better next time and you're going to have a more positive mindset and be happier. But if you fail a test and you're like, oh, I suck at math, I'm never going to be good at math, I'm not going to take notes anymore, I'm not even going to bother studying if I'm just going to fail. Like if you're going to look negatively on that, you're only going to go in a negative path. But if you stay positive, you're going to be a lot happier and you're going to be able to do better. So another big thing is holding yourself in high regard. And I don't mean to be like cocky or overconfident, but you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and you need to make sure that you know your own worth and to not let people treat you as if you're lesser than them. So just to know that nobody's better than you are, especially in high school with popularity, it may look like these people are better than you are, they have perfect lives and like they look down upon you. But if you just like put that aside and just worry about yourself and hold yourself in high regard and surround yourself by good people, you're gonna be a lot happier. And just make sure that you kind of are the most important person in your life and that you're taking care of yourself. You make sure you have what you need, and if you ever need help with something, that you talk to your parents or your friends. I know I talk to my friends about a lot of stuff, so it's really good to know that like if you're going through something, to just tell people about it instead of just keeping it to yourself, because it's not going to help you to keep all your stuff to yourself. Anna's actually in the car next to me. I tell Anna everything, I tell Olivia everything, I tell Caleb everything. It's like so good to have friends that you can tell people to. So that's like another thing going off of that, is to make sure that you surround yourself with good people that are pushing you in ways to make yourself better. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who, like, I'm not really gonna say like what I would think is a bad person, because everybody has different opinions of people, but like if you're surrounding yourself with people who you think aren't making you push yourself as a person, or people that degrade you kind of, or not even that they have to degrade you, but people who aren't going where you want to go, you don't want to be friends with those people no matter what. Like get yourself out of that and make sure you're surrounded by positive people who are pushing you positively, and that people that you love and people that you can tell anything to, people that you want to be around, and people that you could see yourself like having a future with, and not people that are just going to be by your side for like a couple of weeks or a couple of months, but people that you want to have lifelong friendships with. Like friends are so important, especially in high school, and it's not that you have to have a lot of friends, but it's more so that you have to have like a group of really good friends. I have a lot of friends, but I also have just like a circle of my closest friends, and those are people that I tell everything to, that I hang out with the most. And I think it's really important in high school to have really awesome friends that can help you through everything and that push you in positive ways. The last thing I'm going to talk about is treating other people well. So the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated, and that's true. But one thing about that is if people treat you badly, you don't want to treat them badly back. You want to just like not everybody's a Christian, but you want to show everybody love and stuff like that. I know in Christianity there's a lot of stuff talking about love, and even if you're not a Christian, that I think that's still a good way to live by, to show everybody love, because that's what you want to get back. Just surround yourself with people who treat you well and that aren't like turning you into a bad person. The more you treat others well, the happier that's going to make you. If you're just sitting there like talking bad about everybody and judging everybody, that's not only rude to that person, but that's putting those negative thoughts into your own head, and that's how you're going to look at everybody. If you keep saying that about one person, like that's how you're going to start talking about everybody, and you definitely don't want to be like that, because not only do people not want to be around that, but that's not good for you personally. If you're nice to everybody and loving towards everybody, people gravitate towards that, and the more people notice that, and people are going to want to be friends with you and want to surround themselves with you, and that's definitely something you want to teach others. I think it's really important to be nice to everybody, no matter what they've done to you in the past. You just want to show them love and be nice to them and help everybody out that you can. Like if somebody is out of school and you have a class with them, instead of just like not telling them what happened in class, or like not really caring whether they missed or not and being like, oh well, they missed it, so that's too bad for them. Like instead, if you know what happened in class and you were there and you have notes for it, if you have the worksheets, like go up to them and just help them with the worksheets and give them all the notes and tell them that you can help them. Like give them your number and be like, if you need anything, just text me. Like, that's something I personally do whenever anybody misses a class. I always make sure that I let them know what happened or give them the notes or whatever they need, because that's really helpful and that really shows people like what type of person you are. And I know that especially if you were out, you would want somebody to do that for you, so do that for other people. I'm not saying if there's like 5 people out in your class and they're people that like you don't talk to, I'm not saying that you need to go up to them and give them all the notes and everything, but like if one of your friends is out or one of your acquaintances is out, like help them with that, because that really is going to help that person. And the worst thing is coming into class and having absolutely no idea what happened the previous day, so you're definitely going to want to help those types of people. The last thing I'm going to say about being happy is definitely, like, I know everybody says this, but you're going to want to drink a lot of water, because water is really good for you in many ways. I'm not going to go through it, I'm not a health professional, but I personally drink a gallon a day. It's really good for you. Get a lot of sleep at night, because if you don't sleep, you're going to be cranky and then you're not going to be happy. So get as much sleep as you can. can. I know it's tempting to stay up and play Fortnite all night. Probably don't do that if you have school the next day. But definitely get as much sleep as you can and eat good foods that are nutritional for your body. Something I think about when I eat is like, say I could eat some crackers or I could eat an apple. Both of them might fill me up, but which would be the better option? The apple would be the better option because it actually has nutritional value in it, whereas crackers are processed and refined. Like, you just want to fill yourself with things that are good for you. I'm not saying you have to be vegan, you don't have to be vegetarian, nothing like that. I'm not like that, but I try and think about what's good for my body, and that's something that's really helpful and is going to make you personally feel better and lead to you being happier, filling your body with good things. Another thing going along with the high school is you're going to want to make sure you do all your homework. I know doing homework sucks, especially if you're in sports, or especially if there's something you'd rather be doing, like hanging out with your friends. Do your homework, because that's really going to help you in your classes, and failing a class really sucks. So even though if teachers give a ton of homework and you don't see how if you think that it's pointless, it's probably not, because teachers usually know what they're doing, and you should just do it and study for your tests, because that's going to help you. In doing well in high school is important if you want to go to college, so study for your tests. You only really need to study for like 10 minutes, maybe like twice a day, depending on what your test is on. Just do your homework and study, really important. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say in this video. I think that these are pretty good ways to stay happy. This is usually the things that I do, and I think I'm a pretty happy person. I've had a lot of people tell me that I radiate positivity, which is a very big compliment to me, and I really like that people notice that. So I just wanted to let you guys know how to stay happier. I usually do vlogs instead of these types of videos, but I kind of want to start doing sit-down videos sometime in addition to the vlogs. I didn't have time to make a vlog because I have been sick yesterday and today. I'm still sick, but I'm still on that YouTube grind. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more of my content. I post on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and the Wednesday video will be a volleyball tournament vlog because I have a volleyball tournament tomorrow. So I will see you guys in that video. I'm back inside now, but I forgot to say, let me know if you guys enjoyed this type of video and if you want more videos like this, and also follow my Instagram, which is @Gabrielle, to see updates and posts, things like that on there. Have an amazing day. Bye. Me gusta comer mi perro. Yo hablo español.